All right, we're going to continue this video. I saw somebody I know. I ain't wanting to see what I'm doing. I could have really put him on camera and let him tell his story. Because believe you me, he got one too. And he going through what Coach Greg calls a gray divorce. He's older. Like he's like in his 70s and he's just now. I really could have put him on. Yeah, it was a dude I know. But he ain't have a shirt on. He out here working out. So I ain't put him on. But we talking about marriage material and how a lot of people, marriages suffer because they just was never right for it. A guy that's just always going to take the selfish route is not right for marriage. Now, sometimes you have to. And sometimes you got to just stand or fall as a man. What's your... Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. But to some guys are just too selfish. They want a wife, but they too selfish. They want kids, but they just too selfish. Like, and I know guys like this. Like you complain about not having women, but you too selfish for a woman. Like some guys don't even treat their own siblings and cousins right. You know? So some people just not marriage material, and then they still try to get married because they want to say they married. They want to go through the process of being seen, walking down the aisle, but they not even marriage material. They know all they got to do is whisper in their ear, and they bending over. They in a dirty gas station bathroom so they won't get caught getting hit from the back. You know, so a lot of people just ain't fit for it. They not built for it. And if you the type that can't handle the trials and tribulations of life, that's another thing. You're not marriage material. If you gonna get on drugs or you gonna start disrespecting your spouse, because especially if you're a woman and you got a husband that's going for his, and he might not always win every time. And so now you starting to look at him different, talk to him different. It's because you're not marriage material. You're not marriage material. Because one of a wife's jobs is to be there as support for her husband. If he at work standing on his square and everybody, they can't handle him. Let's say you're an alpha. And people know you're an alpha, so they trying to measure up to you or whatever. They trying to measure up to you. So they know that you are alpha. So they challenging you all the time. Alpha's gonna get challenged, man. If you are alpha, people gonna do little stuff to get under your skin. And then they gonna say, see, he ain't no alpha. Every time you stand up for yourself, you're not an alpha. Come on, man. So basically, a lot of these people just ain't marriage material. They ain't marriage material. I mean, think about it. If you got two people that's committed to a relationship, right? Shouldn't the relationship work? If they committed to the relationship, it should work, right? These relationships don't work because people not committed to it. People be having all different reasons. Like, that's why I told y'all you should never get with the rebound chick. You should never get with the chick that was in love before she met you. The rebound chick, the chick that was in love before she met you. You should never get with those. because they're going to spend the whole time in an entitled state of mind. And eventually either you're going to get tired of it and you ain't going to want to deal with them no more, or they're going to get tired of you and they're going to want to see what else is out there, or both. Or both. Again, car analogy. Who drives the same car their whole life? Show me one. Show me one guy. And now don't tell me he still got it, but he got other cars he drive more. Because that's not, you not proving your point. I'm talking about the guy who that's his only car. And he drives that car and no other cars. Show me one. You know anybody? I don't. But people expect a guy, this is not even an African concept, or a native concept. This is just not. I don't even know, y'all had to get this from Europeans or something. Because our ancestors didn't even do this. They had wives practically in every age group. They'll still be with their first wife. She'll be like 50. And then their third wife will be like 37. Now, we can't have as many wives as they had because our lifestyles are different. But the reason why they still be around, because they know how to just please that man. Abraham didn't get rid of Sarah when she was fighting with, what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. Ishmael's mother. He kept Sarah. And then Isaac was born. See? But what do? Yeah, this is what people do. People, when they want to control you, they come up with some of the most dastardly things. Like monogamy. You sinning if you don't have one more, you cheating. Listen, you don't even know what you're talking about. Go talk about something that you know. Because if you telling me that monogamy is God's way, go talk about something that you know about. Clearly you haven't read the Bible. I can't stand when people come on these videos trying to insult me and argue and they ain't even watched the video. They just got disrespect towards you. That's all it is. What person that respects you is gonna come on your video that they didn't watch, they don't know none of the viewpoint, and try to oppose you? That's somebody that's a manipulator. That's somebody that's a control freak. That's somebody that think they smarter than you. That's the only time people do that stuff. And what does it all come from? Judging by outward appearance. That's where it comes from. That's where it comes from. People get to judge you by outward appearance, and anything you say that they don't like, whether they know about it or not, they're going to talk about you. I don't believe in being all up under people who don't like me. If you don't like me, my time around you should be limited. That's why I don't believe in these jobs like that, because you always got to be around people who don't even like you. That could turn into something. You'll mess around and be fighting, and then you ain't gonna have a job. And it'll mess you up with future jobs. You better off just quit. Put in your 2-week notice and quit in some cases. Because you working around a bunch of people that keep challenging you, disrespecting you, and they don't like you. You probably need to find another job, and hopefully it'll be better. Or go do something self-employment wise. And then you be knowing, like, these people be talking about their vacation, this, that. They not marriage material, man. I hate when dudes be at work bragging about their wives, but she not even good enough for you to stick to her. Or tell her that you finna practice polygyny. You know, if she want to leave, she want to stick around, you'll have her either way. People don't do that. But they want to show vacation trip. These people is just too fake. This is one of the main things I don't like about the 2000 era. People just too fake. Like, when we was coming up, you knew who didn't like you. Y'all fought, y'all argued, y'all stayed away from each other. You knew. I don't know about where you from, but in Milwaukee, we knew who didn't like us. Eventually, the beef would end, but we knew they didn't like us, so we ain't trust them. We stayed away from around. Now people are married people who they know don't like them. People will keep a job full of people that they know don't like them. That's just flat out not believing in yourself. Not betting on yourself. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow too. Like people who work, why they work jobs they hate. And if not tomorrow, I'm going to write it down. Normally, I like to write down stuff that I'm going to talk about. But anyway, I'm going to get going. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.